Man, oh sweet sausage fingers of mine. Welcome all, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another Tuesday with Todd, where we're going to show you some mishaps, some misfortunes. We're going to give you a State of the Union because I know some people hate it so much that I just have to keep doing it. It's just kind of that way because I feel you guys need to be updated on how things are going in the business and what's going on with it and where are my effing stones. Yeah, I got a call like that today. It was amazing. So, yeah, good times, man. I'll fill you in on all of that. But welcome, Tuesday with Todd. And tonight, package got lost from UPS. It did show up. Of course, not enough time to get things cut for glitter HT for the glitter puff. So it is here. I haven't even opened up the boxes yet to go through inventory to see what else is in here. But we will do glitter puff next week. But I had a backup plan. Remember, I had a backup plan. And my backup plan of the backup plans was some Mega Bling designs because we did the amazing glow in the dark one. I said, how about a rhinestone one? So we're going to show you that tonight. We're going to show you that off. We'll get you the links in there. We'll talk in. We'll get everything in there. We will do everything that is in there. So let's check in and see how everybody's doing. Russelina, good evening to you, my friend. How are you doing today? And Jocelyn, how are you doing today? Great, thanks. You look at this. I'm doing well. I love that you guys sit and chit chat in here with it. Rich, Rich, have you got in yet? Have you? I know you were having some issues, and I think G was going to reach out to you to go through it because everything's working on our end. So let me know if you have not got in yet because I think that's you, Rich. We want to make sure that you're in there ready to rock and roll with it. Gabriella, hello from Italy, right? Italy. Nora, good evening to you. You missed last week. You haven't been able to watch yet. I really like the State of the Union. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Jocelyn. That makes me. I'll take my 5 highlighters, and be happy now. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. I do enjoy that. Sharon, hello. Boyd, hello, everyone. Gretchen, I've been looking for a long time in the fonts. Which one works best? Ooh, for a Renaissance style font. Well, isn't there different phases of the Renaissance depending on which camp you were in? For some reason, I remember depending on where your hierarchy chain was on the status is the fonts it used. Does that sound familiar, or no? But Pilar and Crystal both here. I think, yeah, they're both here. Girls, ladies, you guys any ideas for it? And Crystal, happy Tuesday to you. I know you had a very busy and eventful day. So everybody, tell Crystal, great job today. And we're all thinking of her. She knows why. There it is. Kevin, good afternoon to you. Hello, Betty. And hi, Crystal. And Crystal is saying, how is everyone's week? I know it's Tuesday already. If anyone has been contemplating ordering, I should have read this just in case there's something wrong with it. Ordering UV DTF from Todd, I highly recommend them. I need to post my project to use them for. Yes, 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 yes. I love that, Jocelyn. And um, in my State of the Union, we'll go over UV DTF and DTF and that is going with stuff because we've been working hard behind the scenes for that. Makes me think of some songs, the kids' other favorite movie, Twisters. Oh, God, I haven't seen Twister. Like original Twisters or new Twisters? Which one? Twister. See, Twister, not Twisters, right? Good day, Daniel. Good day to you. Linda, good evening to you. Pilar, great job today. Pilar had a great job today in the Hall of Fame training, and we are going to. What are we doing, Pilar? Was there something that because we walked through part of it, showing you how to do some of it? Oh, we got to create Pilar an intro video. So we're going to create Pilar an intro video, and I need an intro video for this, and we need other intro videos. So that's what we're working on. And then they can pick out music and do that. I'm going to show her how to use some of that other stuff over there for it. But she rocked it today. We're trying to, Kevin. Jerry, good evening to you. What's up, Chuck? How are you doing this evening? Annette, thank you for joining us on a Tuesday night. Evening, Phyllis from Houston. Hi, Todd. Good evening, crew. North Central Minnesota. Hello, Barb. Evening, creators from Jerry. Have you seen the exciting stuff from our homepage? Woohoo! Deals and new designs galore. I know we got lots of great stuff over there in our homepage of things, and we will go through all of that today. Uh, Alania, good afternoon to you. Evening, afternoon. morning, depending where you're at for it. And Jessalyn, please do post. Absolutely, post, post, post. And Pilar, great Hall of Fame training day. She killed it. She crushed it. I can't. No, I'm sure if I can say it. I also did the DTF. We'll definitely order more. Yeah, love hearing that. I have not seen the homepage. Shall I go look directly? Well, we can show you. We can show you after all this. Chuck, we'll talk about it in the State of the Union, but that sigh should give you all the answers you need, right? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Rich. That way we'll know for sure. We'll get it there with it. Barb, in the three part, I asked you a question, or Linda, I believe I know the answer. Oh, Tim's looking for other stuff. Tim's looking for other stuff. Ronnie, I made some trick or treat bags with the glow in the dark vinyl, and it weeds great. Okay, Ronnie, you got it right. Okay, I don't have the best sniffer. Don't have the best sniffer. For those that don't know, I broke my nose and so I only one side works at a time. Fun fact, right? So I can only breathe out of one side of my nose, and I don't smell the greatest. I smell fine. I can't smell scents. I don't stink. But Ronnie, did that have a unique smell? Did that vinyl have a unique smell to you? Let me know in the comments if that glow in the dark had a unique smell to you. Sounds like Corey's having fun with something up there with the dog or something up there. She did a great job. Great job. We're all start training tomorrow. Might do production in some of our Hall of Fame trainings come up. Yeah, because we were talking about how we can split cameras with it. And even I'm going to try to set up on it because we'll talk about that in the State of the Union there. You're very welcome, Pilar. I told you, we'll get you comfortable here and then boom, we get you rocking and rolling with this. All that other stuff is just going to come natural for it. And I told you you'll do a great job at it. Any tips on taking photos of shirts that you have done and photos of mirrors? Mirrors at an angle so that way you don't see yourself in the reflection. Shirts are tough because it depends what's on them as far as if you want to, if it's anything color changing, anything sparkle. Videos with flash always work the best. Lighting is key on that stuff. It just very depends on what you want to do. Yes, sunlight makes the stones pop. Yes, they do. Okay, so caught up on the comments. Let's go State of the Union. Where is everything right now? Okay, so Wizard, it's getting closer each day. It's communicating well with what it needs to do. There's still a little few things there, and we're making sure that that you guys, are going to get your credits, right? That's the whole point of that. We are almost to the final stage of it. When we get there, after these last pieces are done, then here's how it's going to work, right? Is I'm giving you a closer update now. First access people. So the people that are going to get first access at it are, of course, our Hall of Fame members. You'll get first purchase price of it. You'll get this, so that way you can go through. You'll have it before everybody else. That option to purchase it before everybody else, so that way you can see. Did we miss anything? Do we go anything through it? As we're doing that, we need to of the new things that are in the wizard. We need to create videos for those, walking through of it, and then once that's done, then we're going to launch it. So it'll probably, once we're good to go, it'll be a 2-week buildup for it. So from the time we're like, okay, we're good to go with this, we'll get it in Hall of Fame members' hands that want to purchase it, and then we'll start the buildup for launch for everybody else. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right there, November 1st ish, birthday ish. So it's getting closer. Things are working. I still have on the docket. One of the things before 6 comes out, I want to make sure that we have that envelope feature fixed. So that is one of the things that we're working on too. So that's where Wizard is. Now, where are stones? Where are stones? You're sold out of everything. Well, hey, you know what? I didn't know that China took, 8 days off in October. Didn't know that. I didn't know that I paid extra money to have something taken care of before China goes on holiday, and we're talking, like 4 figures worth of stuff that got a tracking number before the holiday, and there hasn't been anything on it. It is radio silent, so I have no communication. Nobody answers. Nobody does anything until possibly tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure if they're back on the 8th or if the holiday is through the 8th and they'll be back on the 9th. Soon as they get back, we'll know more because they said, hey, your order's going to be split in two. We're going to send stuff before the holiday to make sure that you get it, and then we'll have the other stuff after it. Okay. I have no clue what's what. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what we're waiting on. I just don't know. I'm hoping in the next 2 days we have better answers for you, because then there's 2 shipments that are coming on that, and then we've already got stuff lined up for the next 2 orders of here's stuff we think we need, but we're not sure based on these 2. So, still a process. We're still working through it. I appreciate every one of you for sticking with us through it, but, yeah, that's I gotta take responsibility on that, and I don't know what some of the stuff was, and so when we're looking at it, we're like, "Oh, I don't know, what color is this?" And things changed, and different lot numbers, different colors, finding stuff we're not 100% sure of, so, yeah, I probably should have been more diligent in the first month of things, but we didn't know what we had, and we're still going through that. I will say that, we found a couple more cases of stones, and that makes sense on why some of the stuff was off, and it was just because the boxes it was in. We've opened up a few boxes that were labeled as one thing and something else in it, so that's been interesting. So we're going through that. I That's the best update I can give you on that. CAMS machines. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. My gut says by this time next week, we will be good to go with them. There's some electrical issues on where we want to put them. So we can't run both of them, and we can't run the compressor until we get electrical. And electrical, we have to have inspected in order to do the things. And then that comes with a whole other can of worms. As we've been back and forth with the city this week, putting a building on property, and they got us all the information that we need for that. So how big of a building can we get? Really, they're really putting what we can do because of we're in the city. So with it being portable, that really helps because not permanent, we can get away with a little bit more, but we basically got to map stuff out, measure stuff out, see where everything lies up. And then for those that don't know, we're also in a floodplain. So how does that affect the building? Even though if it ever floods where we want to put it, the apocalypse has happened because our neighbors will be on their roof. So yeah, good times on that. So they're closer. We had planned on bringing them home on Sunday, but as we were going through with electrical and where things need to be, it just didn't make sense to bring those in when stuff had to move to get to where it needed to go. If you ever that you've planned something out and you have it projected out what it needs to be, and then you realize that one crucial step of one thing not getting done or one thing being overlooked completely throws off the rest of the project. That's what happened. And so while we thought we had it taken care of, we did not. And we didn't anticipate that. But we know we can do where we want it. We can do one compressor, one CAMS machine, no questions asked. So that's where we're going to start, just so we can get things back up there. And we're working through that, because there are people waiting. And we said at the earliest it would be October 1st. Soon is the best I can do because even on that, what we're running into is what do we do for stones? Because we don't know what we have. So even if we offered and say, hey, yeah, we can do transfers right now for that limited people that have on the wait list for it, ones that redo past orders, we don't even know if we have enough stones to cover orders like that. So again, can't do anything until we hear from China. So everything just hinges on stuff. Now, I knew the first 6 months was going to be tough, and we're really only 2 months in. And that's kind of where things are with it is it's getting better management on inventory, what we have, what we don't have, what needs to be ordered. Um, Caesar has been really good with helping with shipments. Pretty much anything that's 5 yards, 10 yards, 25 yards, or 50 yards, we're drop shipping from Caesar to make sure that our inventory is right. And so, we're anybody that orders multiple things, we're eating all the shipping on all of that. So we're breaking even on it, but we're making sure everybody gets their stuff of what they want because some of the numbers say an astronomical amount, like 1,000 feet of something. There's no way we have 1,000 feet of a glitter product because that would mean there's way too much of it. So we're going through some of those things with it because there's 1,000 feet. I should be able to find it just by closing my eyes and reaching out, and it's not there. So we're just getting through all those little quirky things. Want to be ready to, like my heart is doing everything I can to stay calm and stay woosah woosah because we want to be, once November hits, we want to be ready to go. We want to be ready to go for Black Friday. We want to be, what did I say? Pilar and Crystal and I all have birthdays right there around each other. And was it the Birthday bonus days. Maybe that's what we should call it. Birthday bonus days. Because we are looking at running some daily blowout specials that'll just be, it could be stuff that we found that is overstock. It could be stuff that we are no longer going to carry, still good stuff. There might be a few cameos left. There might be a few other things where, hey, we're just going to have this. Here's rock bottom price on it. Flash sale for the day. Boom. Move on to the next one. And we're figuring out timing. We're doing things on that, which brings us to Caesar Romeo, to a 24-inch Romeo. Through this week, it is going to be on sale. It is actually listed on our site right now. And I'm going to pull it up so I can just share some stuff with you, and then we can go through the site and see some things with it. But the Caesar Romeo is for sale. It's regularly $6.99. It is on sale for $4.99. So you're saving $200. You're saving $200, and we know that we can get away with that through the end of this week. So if you are looking for a cutter, you definitely want to check that out. And Pilar just posted that in there. So thank you, Pilar. And I will be able to share the screen and go through that. But that is on there. So you'll see a blast for that. We're seeing what we can do for Black Friday, but that's going to be a hell of a deal. The Juliet is going to be, excuse me, let me sip my energy drink. The Juliet is going to be $3.99. $3.99 on the Juliet, $4.99 on the Romeo. Those free shipping, drop ship from Caesar. So that's pretty awesome, right? Is they're going to drop ship them from there and free shipping on it. So those are in there, ready to go now. So where are we on things? Well, we discussed what we have rocking and rolling there for, kind of where everything is inventory wise. We're working through that. We're working through where Wizard is. What else am I missing there? What other update on there? Oh, Gangify. That meeting is tomorrow. And this goes back to Jocelyn's comment about UV, DTF, and DTF. Right now, to order those, you do it all through Fat Dad Print Co. We are integrating that into the Rhinestone world. So it'll have its own category. You'll be able to do everything in there. We have a meeting tomorrow to kind of see where that project lies. Because with that, you're going to see us promoting the hell out of it. We will have UV DTF and we will have DTF in there because people have really, really, really jumped my ass about not doing glitter. We will do glitter film. I am going to put in the disclaimer that it's only going to last 10 to 15 washes. We have yet to find one that none of them last anything like a glitter HTV. All right. But they look good under stage lights. You're going to get 10 to 15 washes out of them. That's up to you. If you want to buy them, that's up to you. But we've been asked about it. And here's, I fought internally with it because it's not something I would do for a stage show. I would do for a single event thing. I wouldn't do that for something that's going to be, heavily used for it. Single event thing, sure. But there will be I think there will be minimums on that because of loading and unloading it, and we're working through that. So that'll be there. There's also the possibility that some of the other specialty films on there, so the foils, the glow in the dark, those other things, and we're working through that process for everything for it. So this is all come along. Now the print network we're in, and what we're doing our best is if you order today by noon, we want it in your hand the next day without paying next day shipping. Now, how does this work? Well, we're part of a print network. We've been part of the same print network for the last 4 years. Yeah, because we in 2025, 2024. And so we all use the same printers. We all use the same ink. We all use the same powder. We all have the ink, everything exactly the same. So us here in Illinois, and then we have somebody in Reno, and then we have somebody in Texas, and I think somebody in North Carolina is the last one. So we're still working on somebody for the Northeast, but the coverage map should work. We're ordered today by noon. have in your hands tomorrow. That's what we're working for. So we are we are really we are really we're really we're really working towards that. How soon will that happen? Order today, have tomorrow. It's coming. But we want to make sure that the app works everything there. Now, once that is integrated in the site, what will we have there? Well, you'll be able to upload your artwork, build your gang sheets right on the site. So you'll be able to do everything right there with it. The other thing is you will also have access to our image library. So there are thousands of images in there that you're able to use to build your own gang sheets with or add onto your gang sheets. So if you go into the library and you pull up, Halloween, okay, here's Halloween designs I can add to it. Here's Christmas designs. Here's everything for it on there. So you're able to add those things into it and create it for it. We have the commercial license for it, so you are all good to go there. Now, with that, that comes at a cost, right? Comes at a cost. Are we going to be the cheapest? No. And I tell you guys, don't be the cheapest. Don't be the cheapest because when you're the cheapest, when you are the cheapest, you attract cheap people. We got to pay for the maintenance of it. It was $6,000 for this integration. Like I'm spending more money. I've spent more money probably in the last 3 months than any time for a fact anytime in the previous 3 months of my life span. And yeah, it's just there's wild. It's just all part of doing a business. We haven't pulled anything out. Everything we had put back in it. We've been working free the last 2 months, 3 months. It's just we're putting everything back in it because we want it to be a success, and you have to spend money to make money. And so that's what we're doing. So we've got that. So the DTF, UV DTF, that's coming. That is coming with glow in the dark. It could be coming with glitter. It could be coming with multiple different ones. Stay tuned for that. Let's see. What have I missed here in there? Ooh, look, they're talking 3D printing. They're talking 3D printing. They're talking that over in the other group. We'll be doing that. Linda, yours is like the 18th, right? Somewhere around there. 22nd. I was close. 4 days off. This week only. Yeah. This week only for that there. It was because they're doing something for Prime Days, and then we'll be able to pull it from there for it. So there. There's shoe kits left. You want to know why? Because we're making them. We're making them. We had. I'm going to tell you a little story about some of the back end things that we run into. Right. So down in Bradenton, when it was there, they have this great company, Draft Boxes. I think is what the name of it was. Draft Boxes, and that's where they get all their boxes from. So they could order them up there in the morning, and they deliver there in the afternoon. Well, here in our city, we should probably have that same type of service, and we do have one, and that company will remain unnamed. But we filled out the form, and it took, I don't know, like 5 days for somebody to get back to us, and that was only because we know somebody else that uses them, and they said, "Here, I got to contact this," so we'd reach out. We're like, "Hey, here's what we need for custom boxes. Do you guys have a price list? Do you have minimums? What do you have for it?" Yeah, we can get you that stuff. Okay. So they sent it, and we're like, "Okay, here's what we need." And they're like, "Well, how many?" We're like, "I don't know. What's your minimums?" "Well, I don't think you're going to meet our minimums based on your value. You haven't told us what your minimums are. So I don't know. Do you have a price list?" "Yeah, but I don't think your minimums are going to meet it." So after about, 5, 7 emails back and forth, we decided we're just not a good fit because apparently they don't want our money. Now, with that, I don't know if you're in your area, but we have the ARC Association, and they help mentally challenged disabled people with learning skills, life skills, things like that. Well, they also have a company that is called QC Flex, and they do a lot of different things. And one of those is custom boxes. So we reached out to them on Thursday and said, "Hey, is this something you could do?" And we're like, "Sure." And they're like, "Yeah." They said, "Okay, well, what's your minimum?" They're like, "There's none. If you just want one box, you can have one box." Really? Okay, well, what about sizes on this? Well, here's how it works: is you give us the measurements of what you want, and cardboard comes in these sheets, and this is how many we can get out of a sheet. So that's the way we can figure it out for you. We're like, "Okay, well, what do we got to do? You need to set up a credit account. What do you want to do?" "I can just pay for it when you get here." "What?" "Okay, so when's it gonna be done? A couple weeks?" "We'll have them done on Monday." Will that work for you? I mean, we could probably have them done tomorrow, but we can have them done on Monday for sure. Yeah, Monday works. So they got our business. It was a great experience to go down there. They really helped us out with custom box sizing, but they also do kitting. So we can have custom printed boxes and kitted boxes. So if we had a shoe kit box, and this last week we have done a lot of the kits. A lot of people have bought like Brian's the t-shirt kit, the shoe kit, the decal kit. And so we started thinking, maybe we should just create a box for these, and that way they're just ready to go all in there with it, with some QR codes that will take them to videos and things like that. So that's kind of what we're looking at doing. So it was a great experience with it. I highly recommend in your area to look for organizations like that that can help you, offer things in your business that you traditionally wouldn't be able to go find. Let's see. Oldest daughter's birthday is the 23rd. Oh, that's right. Shameless plug. Fat Dad Print Co. Use the code TRW25, 25% off your first order. Digital, DTF, temporary tattoos, all that stuff over there. Rustline, ask him there, or send me a message and I'll get you over to it, because I can't tell you here because then everybody would have it, and that loses the marriage of it. And that's right, Pilar. Pilar reminded me. We want to give some giveaways tonight. How do we get giveaways? We just need 50. We need 50 more people. Let's you need 50 more people. We might even give away a template. I don't know, but we'll definitely give away some digital files for it. And let's see. Uh, Were you that won a ton of them? I had a good amount of them, but it was not me. I have a good amount of them. That was Betty. There. Yep, that's for that one. We got the other one in there. Ernestine, good evening to you. I just saw that I need to blag. 5-year member badge. We got new member badges. Didn't we get a couple other ones too? I think Pilar had me do a few of them for it, and that was what was with it. Um, what does the 75 XP at the top mean with the crown? I don't know, some Facebook or some YouTube thing where you're just smart and they want you to comment more. Doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, we haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. They would just want you to comment more. The more you comment, the more you interact, the more stuff they do for it. It's awesome. I thought it was pretty cool too, and I think that is a good idea. It reminds me of, like, we've went to different tumbler making events where they have the kit that you would buy for that tumbler making, and then in the box is all your stuff for that. And so I was like, maybe we could come up with something like this. So that's Project Burner. Here's what it is, and here's how it works, and we have it. So yeah, that's right. It will both, all things across all platforms. So as long as we get it, we'll have it there for it. So that's what we're doing. So we're pushing that there. I'm sure there are a lot of people missing it down there. Somebody said, "Hey, I ordered my stuff. Can I pick it up?" They're like, "You can drive to Illinois?" And they're like, "Oh, that's right, you moved." So yes, we might be back down there. We might be back down there soon. Some people also got 6-year badges. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, Alan. Because we had a lot of people say, "Hey, are you ever going to get some of the Color Spark stuff in?" And like Matt said, it costs more to bring it in than what it's actually worth to get other places. But there's a really good chance that we are going to purchase the rest of the inventory from Matt. So once it's gone, but we will have it here, and that'll be in the adhesive vinyl. There'll be some Color Spark HUV. We need to sell some stuff, and that's where the flash sales really help. So we need to sell stuff to invest in that to bring it in here. But that is something that will definitely come soon in there. If you click it, it shows the top list commenters. There you go, Cheryl. That's what it is. Ooh, I would love to have you back there. We're just coming back to visit and to buy more stuff. That's what we're coming back to. Nora must say, "Oh, did you see the sugar skulls? Oh, there are some sugar skulls that are coming, right?" And Brian's got the celebration. That's right. The tariffs. You're telling me, like, even on Stone's things, when we're varying from order to order on what it is, and it's like, okay, these ones here, like, there is some stuff that went up as much as 300% depending on what we order. There's stuff that we're like, do we need this right now, or can we wait and see on it because we don't know. The flock is an interesting thing that we're running into now, because we've got stock, we've got stuff on order. There's more stuff in France, but they don't even know what's really going on with it. They said we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's scary. Like, what do we do? What's our backup plan? What's this? And so we've got some backup plans in place, but it is scary. Jerry, they're in there. They're in there. They're in there at the top of it, right? They're in there, and it's right there at the top of it where it has the different things, the different in the Discord for it, which the mentorship community that is going live soon. I know I get to use soon, and I enjoy using it that way, but we're really close to getting everything transferred there, and we can have that open back up. And once that's open, we'll talk more about that. But they get multiple calls. They get their own forum. They get more of like, hey, here's business people wanting to do business things. The thing I love about it, I don't embroider, but I'm learning about it because we have embroiders in there. I don't 3D print, but I'm learning about 3D print because 3D printers in there. So it's a lot of business owners that here we're in this, we're doing this together, and it's a great learning thing. And maybe a 3D printer. Today is Prime Day. Maybe there's a 3D printer somewhere. Did anybody get anything good in Prime Day? Anything good come in Prime Day? Uh, let's see. Since I just joined your video, how can we order from you? Right, you just got to go right here. You go down to the Rhinestone World. I got to point that way, right? Because that's where it says the Rhinestone World. It doesn't say it right here because on my screen it's there, but I think on your screen it's right here. But if you go over here, Rhinestone World, we will have we'll have multiple deals on lots of stuff. As we're going through Black Friday stuff, Stalls presses, look for a great deal on those. And then, like I said, on the cutters, we will have that. So that's where you can find all the info at. All right. So what do you say we're going to share a screen and then we're going to show you some stuff and then I'm going to show you some stuff. That sounds like a fun thing, right? So we're going to share the screen. Corey is pressing away over there. So yeah, that means that must mean that they have it finished up over there. No, I don't want to share an image. I want to share a whole entire screen. And I want to share, we're going to share this bad boy right here. That's what we're going to share. So now you should see that. Yep, will take me here and put me down here in the corner. So this is the Caesar Romeo. Caesar Romeo. Right here, 24-inch cutter. There's all the stuff for it. Material up to 24 inches wide. I'm a restricted workplace. And using 3 rollers with magic flock. There it is. The cut has more of an oval than a perfect. So think about that. Adjustable 4 pinch rollers. There it is. It goes through it. But with this, hey, look what you're getting. 45-degree blades, 60-degree blades. Woo, baby, you're getting some stuff up in this MFR, right? I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure I offended somebody. I'm sorry I offended you. But Caesar has it on sale right now. Instead of $6.99, it's $4.99. So I will go ahead and share this again down here in the comments so we can find that. And then we are going to go back. Oh, what did I see? Star Impressions Expo Dallas was helping out X-Tool running machines. What'd you think? I'm still like me and X-Tool have a great working relationship as far as they tell me, hey, can you not scare people from buying some of our stuff? And I'm like, no, because I want them to be scared because if they're not sure, it's not just, hey, it's not like the lasers. This is a completely different ball game for it. So I said, I'm saving you now. I'm saving you now for that. But how was the show? I've heard mixed things on the show, to be honest with you. All right. Now, we click here, just for anybody that don't know, is you're going through our website. Right here across the top, we have, a few different things. We can go to popular, training, software, designs, fonts, rhinestones, vinyls, kits, equipment. We can do all that. We click on the button right here at the top. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to take us back to the homepage. We got webinar bundles still on sale. We scroll down here and, oh, baby, look at the new stuff we got. So we had our sugar skull designs last week, right? And we did these in the glow in the dark. Well, I thought, why not take into some stone designs? So what do we have here? All right, let me break this down for you. We've got a 1 color, 1 stone size design. All right. So this one, you can it's sized at SS10s, but you can size it down to 6s or up to 16s. If you take this up to 16s, you're going to have to split some stuff because look at this bad mama jamma. You're at 10.13 wide and you're using at 13.89 tall with a 2,578 stone count on that bad boy. All right. So 1 color, 1 size. That's that one for it. And I'm going to show some of these off for you. Then the next one is this one that is going to be one color, two stone size. So, we've got SS10s, SS6s in this one. When you look at this bad boy, what do we got? We're 14.68 tall, 10.78-inch wide. This has a total, look at the stone count on this. You're over 3,000 stones. You've got 1392 on SS6s, 1640 on SS10s. So big mamma jamma right here with this one. Now, we come into this one. This one right here, 6-color, one size rhinestone. All right. So what is this? All this you can be SS10, SS6s, SS 16s, whatever you want to do to it. Just remember, it's going to change the size of it when we do this. So when we do that, it'll change there. But 6 colors, one stone size. What does that mean? Ooh, look, 1389, 10-3 wide. Look at that. Aquamarines got 220, UV's got 262, crystals got 1139, orange 409, pink 289, emerald 851. Now, when we do this bad boy, you've got some flock right here. You can figure out how the best way to do it for yourself. But for this one, we cut 6 individual templates for it. Now I know you could probably get away with a few less templates, and you can tape off some areas, but 6 is what we went on this one. And then the bad mamma jamma that we have not got, we just ran out of time. We just ran out of time. This one's going to take a full roll of flock. All right. This is going to take a full roll of flock, and you'll see why here in a second. Well, because it's 15 inches tall, and it's 11.1 wide, and that's using SS10s, SS6s. It's got a boatload of stones, baby, a boatload of them. So you have 2 stone styles. Let me back that up. You have 2 stone sizes in 6 different colors, which is a total of 12 templates. So 12 templates in this bad, big mamma jamma, bama lemma ding dong, Bob's your uncle. That's what we got in it. So that one we have not cut yet. It is working on it. I was hoping to have that one good to go, but not quite yet. Of the 2-color, not of the 2-color, because 2-color, excuse me, 2 size 6-color. Corey's saying it's almost done. I'm like, no, it's not, because I know I haven't cut it yet. So we've got we should have all of these going in here and putting it in there and doing it. And let's see, I think all of that in there. So what I'm going to do is get you a link. I'm going to get you a link so you can right here, Rhinestone World. We'll get you right here. Look there. Get you all of that stuff. We'll drop that one in there. Right? Annette, holy rhinestones. That's a jacket back. That's what I'm saying. Like when you look at, they said, hey, I want Mega Bling. I want Mega Bling. Hey, I don't have a problem with it. And I love super blingy stuff too, just as much as the rest person. So that's a huge design for it. That's effort. That is uniqueness. That is what's going to set you apart from it. Like I'm telling you, you're going to do the 2-color, or the 6-color, 2 stone size is 12 templates. All right. Now, with that, if you want to cut back on some of the colors, you can. You want to change some of the colors, you can. This is yours. I want to see you be super creative with this and how it turns out with it. But let me remove this here and bring me back up here because how many do you have over there? You got 2 of them? You got 2 shirts over there?
No,
Which one did you do? You don't get the rose gold one?
that's next.
Oh, she's gonna do the rose gold one. Well, I can't. I'm gonna save the mega one for last. I'm gonna save the mega one for last because we're going to we're gonna we should have picked different blue stones. Should have picked different blue stones for going on black. Should have picked different blue stones. But they're doing a rose gold one. How do you pick that out? I'm gonna show you the 2-color. Check that. Single color, 2 stone. Single color, 2 stone. Single color, 2 stone. And there is that bad boy. Ooh. Now look, You hold that up. That's blinged out, baby. Oh, look at that. Mega, 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 mega. That's what we got there. So that one, as you look, it is going to be, and you can see it when we get into, some places like that, where it is two stone size, and there's in it. And I know that everyone wants to have, you don't have everything in SS6s in SS10s. You don't have everything in this. I know, and that's why I also created it as a single stone one. So you can just do it as single stones. You can just have SS10s, and it'll be good for it all. I wanted to have multiple. What? That's what I wanted to have multiple versions of, and that's what Corey says we're going to do next. So 6 color, 2 size is, it, excuse me, single size, single color was coming next. But there is that one. Ooh, baby, I love how that looks. I love it. I love how that looks, and that's going to look fantabulous on anything. I want to see all the different stone colors that you do with that one. So she's getting the next one ready to go. Questions, comments, concerns. We get people here. We'll give some stuff away. We'll give you some templates away. We'll give you, like I said, 100 total people. We're quite a ways away from that. 100 total people. We'll give away. We just might give away, you know, because what do we got there for it? We've got 4 different ones for it. We just might give 4 different things away. What do you think? What do you think about that? 4 different things away. I think that's a pretty swell idea, if you ask me for it. Uh, let's see as we go through here and find the next thing that I was over there with it. So yes, you want giveaways? We want people. That's what we got. Yep. Even for a hot second, that's all we need. Go get on multiple devices. Go get everything here. Share, 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 share right there. Share with your friends, family. Have them come join us and learn. Yeah. I think it is beautiful. Ooh, that is so nice, isn't it? I think it is too. Well, you're just and like I said, this is the single 2 stone size single color. So still super, super sweet with it. What do you got going on? You still working on stuff? Corey, Corey's had an issue with stones that she's figuring out with it. So I think it would look awesome on a jean jacket. Uh, and this puppy, yeah, this is only 2 templates. This is only 2. So that one's only 2. That one's only 2. And this is the Corey, which stones were these? DMC crystal? Yeah. These were the DMC crystal. So DMC crystal, you can still see those got. I want to see. Let me see if I can make. Let's see if I can make some stuff work with some lights and stuff, right? Because that's always the thing. If I hold it right there, and then, oh yeah, oh there we go. Look at that. Imagine that coming down in the sun, man. I'm telling you, that looks awesome. Hattie was impressed. Which one? You got the rose gold one, right? The flamingo. Flamingo. Is that what mom's doing right now? Flamingo? Flamingo is what Hattie picked out. So there, you can see that. And that's the DMC crystal. So just regular crystal, DMC is what that one is for. And she's working through that one. And the next one be flamingo. Yeah. Do you want to come on? Do you want to be on the camera? You want to hold up your shirt so you can see it? So Hattie's coming in and she's showing her. Look at that. So this is the flamingo here. Let's see. So there, on a kid size, that's what it is for. And ooh, look at that. That one. That one, baby. Thanks. Thanks for being a little model. You're a model. You know what I mean? All right. So this one is all SS10s. So single, just a single one. So single template. That one is only one template for all this one. And this is the flamingo. So there's flamingo, which you can really see the pink in person when you're looking at it on that screen. It's a little harder to see for it, but that's the flamingo. That is all SS10s. So you can do that as 16s. 16s, you'll remember you have to split the template up, but 6s, you can 100% do it. What else are you doing over there? Oh, the rose. Oh, she is doing a rose gold one. Because which one was this? This was all single stones, right? Is the rose gold one the same way too? All single tens and sixes. Okay, rose gold will be tens and sixes. So there. See if I can bring it a little closer and you can see it. And there we'll have that. Ooh, 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 baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Those are the flamingo stones. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want to see all the different colors that you're able to use with, man. This looks fantabulous. I'm super excited. I like these one color stones. Yeah. And that way it you're able to at this one, you're just using SS10s. Okay. So SS10s versus SS10s and sixes. I don't know how well I can do this. So you can see the difference in detail and fill. So we've got that one here, and then we've got that one there. So I even think it's just standalone tens. It looks pretty rock solid on it. So one color, yeah, do that as all the different ones. Baby, ooh. No, actually, it's not, Brian. It doesn't feel, I mean, of course it can feel, but we haven't even got to any of the fill yet. Wait till we get to that. That's what I'm talking about. Wait till we get to that. Love it, love it. Missed one in the eye, sir. I don't know. Did I? Did I miss one in the eye? Or did Corey miss one in the eye? I think in this one I might have messed up. And that's why it's ours. Because I might have right there. Right there. Yep. Because I think this one actually moved and removed it. It might have ended up in the center of the eye. And then we used a little VLR and a little heat to get it off there. But yeah, we all make mistakes, right? Thanks for pointing it out, Crystal. Thanks for pointing it out. Let's see you do it. Let's see what you do, Crystal. Show me the colors. But oh yeah, I love it. I love it too. I love it. Let's see, 50 pounds to wear, but you look good, right? You look good in that. SS10s, yes, SS10s, and this was tens and sixes. This one is just tens. This is just tens. So there's that one. And then I think Corey's getting me one more of SS10s and sixes. So yeah, you absolutely can use the Cricut to make templates for rhinestones. Absolutely. Yep. And where was it? You can use our special crafter files with your Cricut. That's right. You sure can. I have to reactivate my Canva subscription. There you go. It's like a light show, right? Like when we look at this, because here's the flamingo. What do I do with my phone? What do I do with the flashlight? There it is. The flamingo. I'm trying to hold out till that other one's done. But the flamingo, because that's flamingo. Is that a that's a diamond cut, right? On flamingo. So flamingo, these are diamond cut flamingos. Oh, that just looks. Oh God, I can't get enough of that. I can't get enough of that. Just can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Love it. I love it too. That looks good. Thanks. Thanks. It's Hattie. That's the second youngest. Number 7. It's number 7. That's number 7. Oh, why, thank you. Why, thank you. She would love to hear that. She is pretty adorable. I will give her that. It's all from her mom. That's all from her mom. Yeah, add it to my homework list, right? Right? I know. I get it. And that might be where it came from on that nose on that one. Because, like I said, when I rushed through stuff, it came out there. Let me look and see. Nose, yep, that's probably right there. I can get some heat and I can pull that nose off. I can pull that nose off. I might be. I just heard Corey say "f sakes." That means she'd messed something up. She messed something up. Something didn't work the way that she wanted it to. Because let me tell you, did you know that we own a rhinestone supply company? And did you know that we did not have any 12-inch transfer tape in the facility of the home shop? So did you know we didn't realize that until we started doing templates? And was like, crap. So let's piece some 9-inch, 9.5-inch stuff together. And that created quite the conundrum with stuff when the designs are way bigger than that. So we got through it. Yeah, it does. That flamingo looks awesome with that color variation, and that's what I love. Sometimes it's just so hard to see on the website of what stuff looks like because even there, there you can see a little more pink in it there, but it just looks so good, so good with it. And I'd love to see it in plenty of different colors of what you have for it, but it rocks and rolls and goes through it. I need a can machine then. Well, and even on that, like can machines, we have to make it. We'll have to do some different stuff with it because it's six. Most cams will do five before you have to change out. So that's where I said, when will SS6 in? There is SS6 stones are in. Some colors have never had SS6s available. And so that's what we're going through and seeing, okay, why wasn't this available on it? And a lot of the reason is because it might have taken 6 months for the SS10s to go through 50 bags. So it just was not going to be ordered in because it didn't go through it. So we're going to, they're in. There's a lot of sixes in. There's a mix for it. So there. And sales, there's always sales on stuff, Jerry. Uh, let's see. So you're gonna pick yeah, I'm gonna pick the nose, right? I'm gonna pick the nose. I'm just gonna wear it. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I could probably pick that. I wonder if I could. No, not picking that off. That's stuck on there. That needs a little heat, maybe a little VLR, and I can stop picking the nose for it. But even on the DMC, and sometimes DMC gets a bad rap, but I'm telling you, for that, and that is pretty slick to me. I'm down with that. Okay. So I'm still waiting. I bet transfer that was maybe that's why there was some little mistakes here, Kevin. Maybe that's why there's little mistakes. And it was the first one. And you know how much you learn when you do your first one, right? When you learn that stuff may be off a little and you don't notice it until after it's anybody else like that? You don't notice something's off. You don't notice you missed weeding something. You don't notice that something's where it shouldn't be. You don't notice that something's missing until after it's pressed. Or the minute you hit it down, you're like, oh no, I forgot that. Or as soon as you pull it off, you look at it. You could look at that shirt with that transfer on that shirt for 10 minutes, be like, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Yep. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. And then as soon as you close it, oh, I remembered something that doesn't look good. Or, oh, as soon as it come up, something's out of place. So that's what happens. It sounds like that's what Corey guilty. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. The mistakes that you guys make, I've made them time and time and time again. The only difference is I tell you about my mistakes. There's a lot of people that, everything they do is always perfect. Everything they line up is perfectly lined up. Every press that they do is perfectly pressed. Every peel that they have is a perfect peel. Everything attaches where it needs to. Everything, there's never any issues with it. Not me. That's why we do live, and we'll show you when stuff is screwed up, and you'll learn that about me. But even until then, when it's not there, Corey did something.
No, it's just that when you're pulling the one size off, it stretches the shirt. So unless you get it stretched right back, and I'm trying to hurry up and get it done,
Oh,
it
because she
might not be perfect,
she
but it's
didn't
close.
she didn't she wanted to do it her way, not my way. And so, rose gold. Which word am I going to find the mistake in it? I'm going to find the mistake. Corey had a little issues with it.
It's just that the little stones probably aren't necessarily exactly where they should
Oh
be.
yeah, there's so maybe because you use two templates, right? You use two things. So here's the thing that we went into, and I told Corey because she's using a chalkboard for it, and she had it landscape, and I said you should really move that portrait, go this way with it so you have more room on it. And she thought she could do one transfer SS10, one sixes, line it up afterwards. I said I wouldn't do that because that's what I tried doing on that one and I screwed it up. So she learned. But here's rose gold. Rose gold, baby. Ooh. It still looks good. Like I said, these are for the kids. So there might be a little few mishaps in that, but rose gold, my friend. Oh, rose gold. Ooh, rose gold. Look at that sparkle. on that rose gold. I really like how that rose gold came out on that one. Ooh. And so I want to, like I said, I want to see your colors on that. And this is the single color two stone size. So this is SS10, SS6's rose gold on it. So yeah, find the mistakes, point them out, show me where the mistakes are, and then I'm cool with it. Like I said, I'm cool with it. Rose gold SS10s, diamond cut SS10, SS6s, which brings us to the grand finale, but not really the grand finale because there's still one more than this, but just hadn't had time. We just ran out of time. This one, this one, this one, baby. Oh, bam! Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? So this one is all SS10s. So this one has pink, and it has what colors did she use? Citrine or cactus? I'm not even 100% sure what colors that she used in this one because there's orange and blue and pink and yellow, and you can just see how that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's all SS10. 6 templates. So yes, you'll need 6 templates for it, but all SS10s. And remember, you can size it down to sixes too if you want to go smaller. But SS10s, there it is. And I will get the other one cut. But like I said, it's going to use a roll of flock for it. So roll of flock because you've got 12 templates for it. But this one's 6 templates. And that's where you can see, oof, oof, baby. What do you think? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, Alex, I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Yeah. But mermaid. That sounds like mermaid. Mermaid. Let's go for the green. Mermaid, because I remember hearing mermaid in orange, and I should ask her. Hold on. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell because she tried ditching me real. She's hiding out on me. I can hear her, so she's coming back on it. Yeah, and this is what I would 100% Pilar. That's what I was thinking. Is the ones that you have a bunch of things that you do, and that way you can go with it, and that way you put it. Which colors did you use for this? She just said that she don't know what colors that she used
Okay,
for.
the green is spearmint.
The green is spearmint,
Yeah.
not mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay, it's spearmint. Green is spearmint. Okay.
Blue is light sapphire.
Blue is light sapphire.
Pink is pink.
Pink is pink. Orange is orange.
Yellow is
Yellow.
champagne.
Yellow is champagne. Champagna. And then the DMC crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And then DMC
The
crystal.
rest of them are diamond cut though.
Diamond cut for everything but the crystal.
So all the colors.
Yeah, I think that was that
Orange
six.
is orange.
Orange is orange. But that's what it is with it. So that's spearmint. So yeah, you do that one. Ooh, 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 ooh. There it is for it. So let me know. What did you think? Uh, what do you mean by 6 templates? Hit the shirt 6 times? Well, there's 6 layers of templates for it. So you do the hinge method and do it all in one. So that way it's just one there. But you're going to have to cut 6 different flock templates for it. And what do you mean by that? I can give you a quick showing of the big Mama Jamma one. Let me pull that up over in our. I'm gonna make sure I have the right one in there. Which one's your favorite? Which one are you gonna get and you're gonna make up for me and you're gonna show off? And for those that do, there might be a little special goodie in there for you for it. I want to make sure that I find the right one. 6 colors, single stone size. There it is. 6 colors, single stone size. Yeah. So I need to stop that screen share, and then I do need another one, and I need to share the screen, and I need to share the entire screen, so that way we can get this. And here's what we got for it. So here's the design. Here's where you can see it. This is 6 color SS10. Um, so Sugar Skull SS10s, 6 color with it. When we go to the templates, this is what you got. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different templates for the 6 different colors in it. For the mega one, you're gonna have 12 because you're gonna have ones for 10s and one for 6s. But when you look at this right here, you've got 66 inches of flock. So you got a lot of flock in there. That's a lot of flock. So that, my friends, is that one for. And I believe all the links are posted in there and the new designs and the things that are there with it. But I'm like how awesome is this gonna look in the sun? How awesome is that one gonna look in the sun? And like I said, you can do whatever you want on that. And that's the thing I like about it is because with the single design, you know, if you want to just have this as different colors, by all means do it. I was talking with somebody and they said, "Here's what I want to do for it." And I'm like, "This should be great." So what they're going to do for it is they're going to take out the rose part here and they're going to put another logo there. They're going to put DTF there with it and they're going to make it their school colors. So they'll have their school logo here for like in our case, it would be like Moline Maroons. We'd have an M right here, and then we can make the colors maroon and white. So they can have that all is there with it. They can change it whatever you want. So you have the entire thing to be able to do. You don't like the teeth? Okay, you don't like gold teeth? Take out gold teeth. I don't care. It's yours. You don't like those flowers? Pick a different color flowers. You want to have it? You can have it. But that way you're able to do all of you can do it however you want. And that's the coolest thing about sugar skulls is all the different variations. Even though we have the same design, we can do different things because they say if we go through it, here is here's the crystal one. You know, that's the crystal one. That's in SS10s and SS6s, right? SS10s, SS6s. That's what that one looks like in crystal. Now, if we do the same thing and we have SS10s, SS6s in rose gold. Oh, rose gold, baby. Look at that rose gold. Look at that rose gold. Look at how that just, mm, mm. And so those are two sizes, 10s and 6s. But if we just want to go all one size, we can do that. It's all 10s. Flamingo. Flamingo. All 10s. Flamingo. That's what we got there. And you want to go all in. And pretty much what this one is this one is the next one minus the fill. There's some spots, that aren't filled in. The eyes aren't there, flowers, teeth. So that's the outline of it. Now, big bad boy, that's got it all. Oh, that's got it all there. Oh, and we'll take videos and post this up and put it all over. And I want to see all of it because, man, that is an awesome, awesome design. So that's what we got. Questions, comments, concerns before we move on. Next week, we're talking glitter puff because that showed up today. So that way we can do that. We can do that next week. Glitter puff. Maybe we'll find a new design. Maybe we'll keep playing with this one. I've got Frankie, the as we were going through this, I wanted this one done first. But in the bundle before this, where we had this design for the glow in the dark one, but also had Frankenstein, we have Frankenstein, a witch. I can go look real quick. We had Frankenstein, a witch, scarecrow, and then kind of a spooky skull with pumpkins. I'm going to do all of those as rhinestones too. So that way we'll have multiple different stuff coming here in the next week for that. And then before you know it, it'll be Christmassy time and we'll get on that. Oh, you can see that. I want to see it. I want to see everybody do it. That's what I want to see. Uh, all of them, Patty. That's what you're going to do is you're going to make all of them. That's what you're going to do. And that's one of the things, like when we are going through it, talking to different people, they're like, you're just trying to sell product. Well, like, let's be honest, we're a business, and of course we're trying to sell product. And that's why we've made different versions of it. Here's one where if you just want an SS10 with a single stone size and on one template, that's what you can do. Okay. So you can do that. And that does not look bad at all. I love the way that looks. Now, if you want to bump it up a little and you want to go to a 2 stone size one, with 2 templates, absolutely. You can do that one. So 2 templates, and now you have SS10s, SS6s in there. Now you really wanna jump up? Well, then, hey, single color or single size, 6 color, so 6 templates, and then you can even go up one further, which we haven't done, but I'll make sure that we do that one so that everybody can see it, will be a 2 stone size, 6 color. It's gonna take 12 templates, 15 feet of flock. Like, you're gonna use it on it. But how awesome is that gonna be? How awesome is it gonna be? Uh, Now, folks, I went through and labeled all the templates for you. So you show, yep, stone, which let me see. Let's see. Do the sugar skull. Yeah. So, like on this one, we'll bring this one to the stage. We'll move this wizard over here. So here's the design. Here you go. And orange SS10s, green SS10s, pink SS10, blue SS10, crystal SS10, yellow SS10, orange SS6, green SS6, pink SS6, crystal SS6, yellow SS6, blue SS6. So that's all based on everything in here. So that way you were able to see exactly what it is, because it can get a little confusing when you're just looking at some of this. But yeah, this one's got, what, 12 templates. Do the math. Each template, because of the size of it, you know, we're looking at 10 and a half inches. No, it's bigger than that, because this is the different size, and my sizes are a little different. We went in and we realized that, yeah, I hadn't adjusted here. But you're going to be at, 14 inches tall. Yeah, it's times 10, 140 inches. You're times 12, 160. You're going to use a whole roll of flock with that. So I want to see what everybody creates with this, because I want to see all the color combinations. That's the thing I love about Sugar Skulls, is just all the color combinations with it. Uh, let's see, when you go into PayPal, oh yeah, when you go into PayPal, we ran into this is the other thing we're running into. So payment processing, and we're like, hey, here's what we need to process. Here's that. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're a new startup. How does this? We're like, no, we're not a new startup. We're an existing company. We purchased an existing company. So all the payment processing, we have to go through all the hoops for that. And we're just waiting on approvals on things to be like, yes, we can start taking your money. So that's why everything is through PayPal right now. Ship for Shop has their own thing that they're working through, and Authorized Net has their one. We've been going back and forth with them. I think we just might end up with Stripe, because they'll be able to go through with it. So it's just, yeah, we'll see. But right now, you can check out through PayPal as a guest, and it'll come up there for you. What would I charge for the 6 color? I am for a T-shirt. For this T-shirt, 6 color, everything said. Am I doing one off? I'm not doing one off. They need to do a bunch of these, or I need to sell a bunch of them. I'm not going to let that shirt go for anything less than 50. 50 is going to be my bare minimum that I would sell that for, because of all the time in it. I mean, you got to look at flock. Flock alone on this one, you're going to use half a roll of flock. So you're going to have, what, 30 bucks in flock, stone wise, when you go through each one of those. Yeah, you're going to go through it on that first one. After that first one, yeah, we can go from there. But I would start at 50, no less from that. I would, going with the other way for it. If we are going, I'm going to run the numbers on it. You know what? I'm going to run the numbers on it. We're going to run the numbers on it, because I think that's going to be the next webinar. And I'm gonna look at my little pricing thingamajigger, and we'll see what we can do on that. So that way I can kind of see, because I haven't run the numbers yet. And usually I'm pretty good at running numbers on stuff for it. So we've got total stones on that one was let me bring that back up. Total stones on that one, what is going to be or is it 6 color, 1 size? 6 color, 1 size. So 6 color, 1 size. We're at a total count of, that's not the 2 color one. Ooh, let me get back over here, because I don't know if you can see that side. Okay. Yeah. I understand, computer, on what we're going to do for it. Let's see. On multicolor, 6 color, 1 stone size. 6 color, one stone size. Da, 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 da. Let's go into here. Man, I know you guys can't see this, but I'm working on the webinar for this. So we're working on the webinar to go through all this, where we'll know what your overhead is. I know somebody had asked about that. They wanted more of the business side of things on it. So we have a complete pricing calculator to figure out your overhead, to go through everything of what it actually costs you to be in business per hour, how many you can do per hour on things, and so you can never go away and not make money, because that's the thing. We're all in this to make profit, right? So if we've got stone size on this, we've got 3,169 stones. That sounds right. 3,960 stones. So, and it's going to depend on the stones that you use, because we know we have various cost on those. So stone cost on that. We're going to go with this. Where's our product pricing? We're going to use a Bella 3001. What's we can get, let's see, we got 6 presses in here. So with 6 presses, that means we can do a total of, we're only going to be able to do, I'm going to go with 6 shirts an hour. No, if we go through that, because we'll do 1 press with it, it should take that for it. We can do 20. We can do 20 an hour, right? Because if we got that lined up, I'm going through math in my head to put it up here for it. Decorating cost. So let's see, my total product cost, labor on doing everything. Oh no, 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 no. There it is. There it is. That seems a lot better. I'm like, what is going on with this? Because I had it under the wrong category. So total in this one is gonna be 2070. Does that sound right? That sounds about right. 2070. I can dive a little more into the numbers. So 2070. So if I retail it at 50, it gives me 5860 in margins. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. But you have that flat cost. That's the other thing. You got that flat cost of doing everything in there. So how many of them can we do? We got to extrapolate that out, and we've got a flat cost of 60. We can divide that by 20, so that's going to add another 3. So we're going to say that that's 13 to do. So 13 to do. We can do 20 an hour. 20 an hour. Oh, that's going to get us to 26. So yeah, we got about $27 into the shirt. That seems about right. Yeah, I'll run the numbers a little more, so that way we can go through it, and then we can go through that. So we can work through it. Cams can do 6s, 10s, 16s. Cams can do a lot. The thing that you run into with cams is multiple. You only have 5 hoppers. So in something like this with 6, we'd have to simplify. So we would get rid of a color, maybe get rid of a color and change it to something else, so that way you can run 5 on it. But that's where we go. How do we change people's mindset on buying stone apparel? Exposure? Yeah. Tell them not be a cheap ass. I mean, really, it depends, because there is a guy today picking the kids up from school, that guy, and his jeans are covered in stones. Just depends on the person. What perception are you seeing that you can go from there? Kevin, on our big Mega Bling Christmas shirt, we were one for a long sleeve T-shirt where we were 125 on it, and we sold 6 of them, and we just had it up on display to show what we could do, and that was in Spangles. That was in Spangles. Now that I think about it, it was in Spangles. We sold 6 of them. It's 125 each. So yeah. hmm Remember that guy Kanye sold a white T-shirt for $300. So yeah, that's what you got in there. If you get 150, get 150. Hell yeah, get 150 for it. Because you got the time, the labor, everything in there. That's why I think 20. I think 20 is about what you could do. Brush it in, go through each one. I need to time it, which that's where a lot of things that we do. It'll go into. We'll make a sample for us. How long did it take to brush this in? How long did it take to do each one? Here's our over thing of it. How many are we going to do? We can divide that off. There's way more into pricing than just, hey, what's the guy down the street charging for it? So we want to know what we can do with that. And Plar, mine is completely different than this one because it takes way, way more into account from it. When I run that series, and I think that's what, or I think that's what I'm going to push at the end of this month is for running that one, where your prereq for it is you need all of your stuff. You need, well, even if you're still working out of your house, which is perfectly fine, how much square area you're working with, so we can divide up bills to figure out that is what's your cost of things, what are you saving for, what are you doing everything with that, so we can build into it. Because for ours out of the house, our shop rate it's like 123 and some change, $125 an hour. Still going through, Carol. That was one of the things I said even before that. Until want that error is fixed, then we're definitely not doing Wiz 6. We want that fixed before we go on to that. Design size, 15 by 15. I think that's right. 15 and some change by 15 and some change, I think is what it is there. No, you just have the right one. I mean, I had somebody who told me that their area couldn't afford something, right? They were trying to sell. My area won't pay for that. So I did a little, let me go into just type their zip code in, and in their zip code, there is a Mercedes dealer, there was a Land Rover dealer, and there was the Cadillac dealer. I said, your area 100% can support that because if there has three luxury brand car lots there that are owned by different people too, then your area 100% can support this. You're just looking for customers in the wrong spot because there are customers out there that are willing to pay that. There are customers that want to be different. There's customers that want to be seen. They're cheer moms and dance moms. They will spend the money on the things because they want to be different. They want to be that mom. And so you find those customers. There's a lot of customers that we just won't work for because we're not the lowest priced ones. It is not uncommon for us in our cheer stores and our dance stores to have shirts that are 125 plus, especially on the hoodies when they go to a nicer hoodie and they want to add, like we'll do the lace up hoodies with two color glitter strings, and they'll do just their basic logo on front and then some personalization on the back, and it's $125 all day, and they do it every year because they want to be seen, they want that sparkle. And that's what you're doing is you're after that sparkle. We are looking at creating a completely different line of things here to be able to help you. Like even when where's that one at? Where did I do with that one? Nope, she has it. Having the mixed media with things. You want to price your stuff, and pricing is subjective 100%. But when you look at a lot of things, a car is a car, but what makes it different here? Well, because it is different, right? We can be different. We can get there. And Plar says almost every day were things that I've made. I'm blessed to have customers pass my name on. Absolutely. And for us on the retail side of things, we have not marketed our business at all since last May. Once we, came to, hey, you're buying TRW. What does this timeline look like? We knew typically at the end of the school year, we start working on things for the fall. So we start reaching out to schools, getting everything's in their hands so we can be ready to go for the fall. We didn't do that last year because we knew that we are going to be undertaking this, and it was going to be a huge undertaking. We have had our busiest fall ever. We are still getting calls, and we just are handling the people that we typically handle, but they're adding more stores to it. One organization has now added 4 more stores than they typically do. Another one are adding 2 stores, and ones that traditionally only do a store once a year are now wanting to do a fall store too. So, yeah, we just your work will sell itself, and that's what we got to do. Yeah, they might complain about the price, but if they do pay, it's blinging. Hey, right? People can complain about anything. I've often said if I gave everybody that walked through the door $100 bill, someone would be pissed that it wasn't $200. That's just how it goes. You're not going to make everybody happy. I would much rather, if I told you tomorrow, double your prices and you lose half your customers, would you do it? Absolutely not. People would be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna lose half my customers. But if you're doubling your prices, you just, and you half your customers are paying those now doubled prices, you got rid of the customers at the bottom that are usually causing you a pain. And now you have the free time to go fill that. You've got the same amount of money, less amount of time. So I want to be the high end place. That's what was our goal. Was we always wanted to, we didn't want to be the, hey, can I get a t-shirt for $15? No, you can get it, but you're going to buy 100 of them. What are you doing with that? We want to, we price our stuff fairly for what we are worth. We're valuing our time, and my time is worth more than $15 shirts, especially in our area being next to Iowa. Iowa's minimum wage is 7.25. Illinois' minimum wage is $15. So our minimum wage is double what it is over there. Just costs more to be in business in Iowa. That's just what it is. Yeah, and that's thing. Just look, like when you look around, there's some bougie ass people out there. Look at the purses, look at the bags, look at the coats, look at the shoes, look at everything that's out there for it. People will pay. You just have to get in front of the right people. We feel that we always want to save the customer money, but when it comes time to pay our bills, is that customer going to help pay our bills? Probably not, right? So we need to make sure that we're making profit. That's what we want to do. And Jerry says, I'm on vacation starting Sunday. Ooh, way to go, Jerry. Uh, it's okay to aim at a variety of demographics. Have some cups that are 45 and others 250. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's where, like with us, we have a single color, single stones up to this one, up to the six color two stone size. So it fits everybody. It's why you have a single color print, a two color print, a glitter with stones. You can meet everybody in there. It just depends on what you want to do. We have a ton of high ticket clients that want high end things, and we are willing to provide those for it. We will not undersell ourselves. And if our prices are too much, that's okay. That's okay. I'm in a high end area. Like Taylor Swift's house is 12 minutes away. I charge 85 to 100 for the five template. Yeah, but there are no higher end car dealers. Oh, so that is a good thing, because there are areas like that where it's going to be more luxury area to have it there, as opposed to it's not commercial. So I get that. I totally get that. For um we've had cups go for, I think Corey's biggest cup that she did was 500, like a little under 500 when she did that one. I'm gonna have to see if we can find pictures for it, but there's and it was a 32-ounce tumbler. It was a lot of work into it, but people that have money will spend money, and that's where it goes. And we learned that, from Kelly. You want to take some good classes and learning, especially hand stoning. Get with Crystal Ninja. She will walk you through a lot of that, and that's where, hey, that's what it is. They just did a $4.5 million car. Hey, you don't think that was $15 to do that, right? Uh, let's see. You don't go to Railroad Drive looking for paper plates. That's right. You sure don't. You sure don't. uh, but I also do a G5000 with a single color for 10. And that's in, what's your volume on that? Do you have a minimum that they have to meet to get that for it? We just had something where they have a two color design on hoodies, and I'm like, the lowest we can do is 25, and that's the lowest. And here's the quantity that needs to be. If you can't meet it, sorry, we can't do it. The same order to somebody else was 35 because they needed it a lot sooner. It's all about our time, right? Customization. Yep. Hot fix. They were hot fix, or not hot fix. Flatback. All flatback. Hand placed. I don't think there was stuff like this. Where it was built out like that. That's what it was. Stuff like that. Because that's Corey. Corey freaking, Crystal Ninja it up. You know, that's what I say. You go and you get some good training from Crystal Ninja Kelly, which we are getting katanas back in stock. We did a trade out with Kelly, so we will get all that back in half. Also, a place called it's also called Price Perception. If you have a Gucci purse that looks just like a Walmart purse, which are you gonna hang? Which are you hanging up? Which do you toss on the floor? Come in the house? Absolutely. Yep. Value, 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 value. Something, I don't want to be cheap. I don't want you guys to be cheap. I want you guys to be, I want you guys to be successful and make your money and get your stuff. That's what I want you to do, because you need to. You're worth it. You are 100% worth it. All right. So we got some winter chicken dinners. All right. I'm going to copy this one. our 5-year member. Why won't it let me copy that? What's going on, baby? Why won't you let me copy you? What is, I'm going to reload this because it won't let me copy the 5-year winner. What's going on? We're just gonna copy it this way, and we're gonna see if it'll post in here, and then we'll go for there with it because there's it. There we go. All right, drum roll, please. For our 5-year winner is. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. I think I have this amazing thing called a drum roll. Yes, we do have it. So we can put that out there. Angela Wilson, you are the winner of the 5. You were the 5-year member, right? 5-year, 5-year. And we're going to go with the random winner. We're going to select that random winner. We're going to come back here. I'm going to do the same thing. Then we get you guys all out of here because I still have to eat some dinner too with it. We'll do that same thing because I have that drum roll, please. 5-year winner is Angela Wilson. We already said that, a 5-year winner. 5-year member. I already said that was a 5-year. How about we go with the random? How about we go with the random? We go with the random. And there it is. Random. There it is. Gabriella Goodfield. You are the random winner of the night. So there it is. Really interesting talk tonight. I learned a lot. Great, Kevin. Like I said, we're going to talk pricing. I'm going to start setting that webinar up. That'll be probably the last Wednesday of this month, second to last. Once we get the details, we'll start putting together. It's all, pricing. It's not the pricing so much, but it is definitely the overhead part of it, the behind the scenes stuff of what it actually costs you to run your business. So we're going to set all of that up for it. So that's what we got to claim your digital items. You got 2 weeks to claim. Email us the SKU of choosing, info@rhinestoneworld.com. Please claim within 2 weeks. So you have that for. All right. These are all listed on the site. Go get them. I want to see what you guys make. I'll get pictures and videos of these up online. We are going to wrap it up for tonight. Next week, we do this Tuesdays. Next week, we're going to do glitter puff. I know we're going to do that because that is here in stock. We got that in. We are going to have a few other things coming up. Right now, we have Romeo's $4.99. Those are on sale. Check that out. We'll have more stuff that we're putting there, more designs coming out, all of these on there for it. We're getting everything together for it. So until next time, you guys have an amazing night. Peace, love, press on. We'll